you remember that guy who ran up the stairs and then grabbed a woman and threw her back down the stairs? And then he did a little stab action to somebody else just minutes later. Well, the plot thickens in a couple of different directions. Now we've got a homicide charge added in there. Apparently, another 12 hours after those two incidents happened, he killed somebody with a piece of heavy-duty rebar. And he has been deemed incompetent to stand trial. So he's waiting to get into a mental institution. And the judge has indicated that until he does, his rights are being violated. So he gets $250 a day, taxpayers' money, because he can't get into a mental institution until then. He is set to receive $36,750 of taxpayer money after all this. What? How does that even work? That's what we're dealing with right now. All right, let's get into it. Man accused of 12-hour crime spree, including homicide, set to receive $36,750 of taxpayer money. I showed the video of this guy throwing the lady down the stairs. I got demonetized. Yeah, YouTube doesn't like that stuff. I understand. But it was one of those things where it was just brutal to watch. And then he stabbed somebody else. That person survived. And then he literally beat somebody with a piece of rebar that did not make it. They are no longer with us. So just brutal. The man accused of shoving a woman down the stairs at a Seattle light rail station now faces a first-degree murder charge for a beating that occurred just a few hours later. King County Prosecutor's Office filed the felony charge on Tuesday. Prosecutors say 40-year-old Alexander Jay beat 31-year-old Brent Wood to death on March 3rd around 12:30 a.m. All right, let's jump to a timeline of what happened. So this is the deal. March 2nd, 11:39 a.m. Almost noon, right? Police and prosecutors say Jay Alexander attacked and threw the woman down the stairs at the Union Station. All right, we got that one. We saw that one. Brutal. March 2nd, also, same day, literally 9 minutes later, 11:48 a.m., law enforcement authorities say Jay stabbed a woman at a bus shelter nearby 10 times. And then later that day, 12 hours, just a little bit, like 12 hours and 45 minutes later, he attacked a stranger in the 1800 block of East Olive Way and killed him by repeatedly striking him in the back of the head with a piece of steel. This is not a good guy. This guy is crazy. I mean, he's literally been deemed by a judge not competent to stand trial. So in the meantime, some other judge is like, oh, we got to pay him $250 a day. And that's going to end up, by the time he actually, space comes available for him, October 2nd of 2022, he's going to get almost 37 grand. Just a wild story. I mean, like only in Seattle, right? I mean, how does that? So Jay faced charges of first and second degree assault for these attacks. Jay has been held in the King County Jail since March 10th. However, in April, a judge deemed Jay incompetent to stand trial and ordered him to spend the next 3 months in an inpatient facility. So an inpatient facility, they're going to figure out what to do with him, getting mental health treatment until he understands the charges against him. How does that work? Do you understand now? No. Do you understand now? No. This guy's nuts. And if he's not nuts, he's a criminal. He's got like 20 convictions. He's got 5 in Washington, a bunch in California. This is a bad dude. He should be off the streets no matter what, somewhere, but not paying him almost 37 grand. Months later, Jay remained in jail. Not shocking. That's good. All right. You know, he takes one person out, almost takes another 2 people out. And then just prior to that, 2 weeks prior to that, he attacked an 89-year-old lady in her apartment. This guy is just a menace to society. Throw him in jail, throw away the key. In June, Judge Joanna Bender ruled the State Department of Social and Health Services must pay Jay $250 a day until he is out of jail and receiving mental health treatment. Why? We're already paying for his room and board. He's in jail. He committed multiple crimes. How is he even walking around on the streets now? So many questions, so few answers. The issue is there's no bed space available. All right, who cares? Don't pay the guy. Lock him up. No bed space available. Officials with DSHS tell Fox 13 News. So Jay sits in jail, continuing to rack up tens of thousands of dollars taxpayers will have to foot for a guy that's, they've got video footage of him just whacking people in the head, whack this poor guy in the head. Ended his life. According to DSHS, Jay is expected to get out of jail by October 2nd. At that point, the state will owe him $36,750. If this guy gets paid $1, you're going to see some eruption go on. This is just so wrong. It's ridiculous. It's not right. He shouldn't be getting money, said Nathan Wood, Brent's younger brother. That's the guy that is no longer with us. Clearly, he shouldn't be getting money. That's literally a travesty of justice, right? Jay is just one of hundreds of people awaiting bed space at state mental health facilities. So far, the state has paid out $69,500 in similar cases. This number does not include the $36,750 expected to go to Jay. Why are we paying people? Why are we paying people money, $250 a day? Because we can't get, if you can't get them in, it's like, all right, can't get you in. Sorry. This is the judicial process, but don't pay them. You're already covering all of their expenses, right? This guy doesn't have any expenses. So there's already that. According to court documents, Jay has a criminal record dating back to 2000. What is he doing on the streets? His recent charges include home burglary, assault, attempted assault, and domestic violence. In total, Jay has 7 cases in King County in the last 5 years. This guy's just a criminal. Lock him up, throw away the key. Jay is scheduled for arraignment on August 29th. Prosecutors argued for Jay to be held on $650,000 for the 2 felony assault cases, plus another $5 million for this homicide case. The guy isn't going anywhere anytime soon, is he? But can you believe the amount of money that he would be paid out based on what this ridiculous judge is saying? Now, I'm not saying there aren't issues with people being incarcerated. If you don't have space in the mental health places, I think it's Western State Mental Hospital is where he is scheduled to go October 2nd. And that's the date that between, I think, March 10th and October 2nd, it's about $37,000. I'm just going to cut you a little check for 30. What on earth does this guy need money for at this point in time? So his judicial rights have been violated because they can't get him into a mental health care hospital. All right. But how about the dude that's dead? How about the 2 women that were just hammered on? The one woman, I watched the interview. She's got a broken collarbone, had surgery. She's just messed up, physically messed up. Got thrown down the stairs twice, and he was trying to throw her down a third time down to the very bottom of the stairs, and she hung onto the railing. I don't know if you remember that, but she could have been taken out as well. And then literally, call it 13 hours after that, takes a piece of rebar and ends another human being's life. So how does the judge come up with, you know what, we still got to pay him? Nah, you commit crimes like that, you commit any crime, we're not going to pay you. That's silly King County, Seattle legal stuff. There is no way on earth this guy should be getting a dime. He's already got all of his living expenses covered. Granted, he doesn't have his freedoms, but he shouldn't have them. You've got 3 crimes within 1 day. Within 1 day, not even an 18-hour time period. Morning until the next late evening. He's just out there, menace to society. And who knows what other crimes we'll figure out that he was attributed to between March 2nd when this happened and then March 10th when he was arrested. What else did he do? And if he did 3 in that short time period, guaranteed he did some other crazy stuff that he's out there doing. And we just don't know. But yeah, this is an absolute outrage of justice, right? I mean, how else do you explain this? Where else are you finding this kind of nonsense happening where you've got a guy just still on the streets? And we wonder why we've got our crime levels elevating here in Seattle. People come to Seattle because it's Freeattle and they can live homeless, which this guy was. He was a homeless dude. And he's just running around the city, taking people out, trying to take people out. The guy's out of his mind. And if he's not, either which way, lock him up. Lock him up and don't let him out. All right, that's it for me on this one. It's kind of a follow-up type podcast, but I know you needed to know what was going on with this situation, and it's not good. I watched it on television this morning on Fox, and I'm like, oh, man, Homicide. I saw the homicide charges yesterday, and then Fox News Seattle kind of did the coverage of, he's going to be owed about $36,750. I hope some other judge overrules that and said, no, we're not paying that guy a dime. That guy should be paying restitution for people he took out and injured and harmed and, mentally just caused them, irreparable damage by what he did. Let him spin his wheels in incarceration somewhere. Put him in prison. Let's see how that works out. Not good. All right, that's it for me on this one. Thanks so much for being here. We'll catch up soon. Bye for now.